Trackside
Oh my
Trackside
goodness.
photographer got that picture.
That's love.
So
That's action right there.
that was Road Atlanta first part of this month. So,
Jeez.
so, but yeah, because I spent the weekend of the 4th at Barbara Motorsports Park racing out in Alabama. So,
I don't want to forget anything I need. Like, it's supposed to be a community thing, give and take. I feel like I've taken.
no.
Are
Are you kidding me? I just had lemon pepper wing popcorn. Are you kidding me? And chocolate. It was awesome.
Thank you. What other work can I possibly do to help you on your?
No, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna hit me up. I'm gonna introduce you to some folks, and we'll figure the rest out later.
Morning.
All right?
I actually have you slotted to go first.
Okay.
Do you want to send me your presentation so that I can just load it up for
Let's
me?
shake your hand. Boo and get on out of here.
All right.
Thank
Thanks for
you,
coming.
Jay.
I appreciate it.
Now, Jay, keep these
I'm
J's. John, I know.
Jason, John.
Jason,
It was
you
nice
coming
to
there
meet
messing
you.
things up.
And yeah, sorry about that. I do hope we see you next week though.
I will see.
And I really would love for you to present. Don't worry, like you said, do not worry
Because that's
about
I gotta
flashing
send my after,
presentations.
right?
Yeah, you have to apply through 1 Million Cups National and just choose the Atlanta South chapter as where you want to apply. But since you put your application in, you can go and apply to present anywhere.
Yeah,
And
because this
since
is
a lot
actually
of-
my second one. Because I presented in Cherokee too.
Awesome.
So,
I can't get out anywhere
So you
else
can do it
because we
more than
have it here.
once.
Oh yeah, I've presented probably 10 times across the country,
Oh, wow.
mostly by Zoom.
Wow.
Prior to COVID, we had somebody come and present locally here to us who came up from somewhere in Florida, and his mission was to present at every 1 Million Cups chapter across the country.
I'm
How many? I'm gonna start home. I'm gonna start.
and they're all
in
East
New York.
Coast, right? There's
Oh
no-
no, they're everywhere.
Oh, are they? Because
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
like, if you look, I know looking at their map before, it showed nothing but East Coast. for a
Oh
long
no,
time.
there's
So,
definitely everywhere,
Right on.
everywhere. I'm just thinking I've presented in San Diego, I've presented in Portland,
good.
all via Zoom.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I may have to,
Are you gonna do
I
it?
may have to sign up for a couple of those.
Yeah.
because I need- because,
Eventually, yes.
we have
I'm gonna
clients on
step
the
out
West
there and
Coast,
do
so.
it. So I
Yeah,
can, you
yeah.
start making tools. I'll be like, Shay, you could have tightened this up good. I'll be ready for the other stuff.
It's like, I've got the actual company and then it's like, I'll do a documentary that we're gonna try and get out. Yeah.
It's like the walls are closing in.
All right,
might get
I
your
love
free sample, the extras that I had. You want another one? Oh, you can have my seat. You want a hot or a sweet? Oh, I got lots of hot.
I'll do a hot. The hot was good. I mean, not that the sweet was bad, but the hot was amazing. Oh, thank you. Wow, I got two.
Yeah.
Morning, hey,
Yeah.
good to see you.
Not Scott.
I don't think so. Hi, Scott.
I'll put that next
Have a
time.
seat.
Right.
He's the reason why.
The only problem with that is my only adapter is,
Do you have a Wi-Fi?
Do you need a,
yes.
what kind of adapter do you need? I've got a couple. in my bag.
This one.
No, I don't have that one. There's a couple up here too.
All right, guys.
Uh,
I'm sitting here.
so, yes. That's cool.
I'll see you guys next time. It's so pretty.
Guys,
Nice meeting you, Sharon.
Coffee's provided for free by Counterculture Coffee, so please help yourself. Sorry.
Well, this one I'm gonna do. This thing, turn off the ringer, yeah. So, I just know that my phone can be silent all day, and the minute I get into a meeting, like, it just starts, right? Ding, ding, I'm like, come on, y'all.
Yes, me.
Yeah. So. And then I forget to turn it back on, and then like 6 people call me, and I have no idea what they did, because I don't hear it. So, it's all good.
Well, sometimes you have to, because like I've been sending group texts, and you like get like 90 messages.
Well, Well, my team operates almost 100% on Microsoft Teams, which I've got it set up to notify me when there's messages on there. So all of a sudden, it just like, a conversation starts.
Yeah.
And this thing is blowing up, and I'm like, correct, and I'm on a sales call, right? So, yeah, so, I'm trying to close, $200,000 deal, and my phone is just, 1 moment, please. So,
All right, we'll get started in just a second. There's at least one other person coming, so it's nice.
Packed
Full
house, like it.
Yeah,
We'll have to get a bigger room.
yeah, we have not ever, well, we usually have more seats, right? Like there's like another, I feel like there's like another one next to this and then another row behind
Yeah,
it.
there is.
So they shorted you.
Yeah, they must have something going on in one of the big training rooms where they need their tables or
Yes.
something. Yeah, they'll usually design the room, any room here, they'll design it however you need to use it for the day.
Yeah. This is the expense.
Good. Oh, yeah. All right, it's just downloading now. All right, well, while that's downloading, I am going to, wait, how do I, where are my Zoom settings at? All right, so while the first presentation is downloading to my computer, I'm just going to kick things off by reminding people that 1 Million Cups is a weekly event started by the Kauffman Foundation and is currently held in more than 130 communities across the nation with the goal of caffeinating entrepreneurs nationwide every Wednesday. And every Wednesday, those communities meet to give each other support, encouragement, and feedback over a cup of coffee. Our community meets here at Rome in the town at Trillith every Wednesday morning from 9 to 10, despite what our website might have said earlier this morning. And one or two early stage startups will present their companies to a diverse audience of their peers, mentors, educators, and advisors. Before we get things started, I just want to acknowledge and thank our community sponsors, Rome, for providing this beautiful space. This room that we're in is aptly named Inspire. Jason Hunter Design for volunteering their time and resources to organize and promote the event. Edwin Jarvis for the high quality flyers that we were able to distribute around town, and Counterculture Coffee for the coffee. Our first slot this morning with 6 minutes to present will be Leonard with the Toodley Company, an education technology platform with a mission to make every home a place of learning. At the end of his 6 minutes, he will be asked, what can we as a community do for you? Which will start the Q&A portion of the program. After 20 minutes of Q&A, we'll shift over to our second slot, John, with Audacity Marketing. Founded on the willingness to take bold risks, they combine years of experience in education with fresh perspectives and subtle sensitivities of a team that crosses age, gender, race, and culture to grow your business. So as I get my sharing situation started again. Leonard, you want to? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You want to come on up? And if you would just stand on that side of my cord. Either limbo or jump. It's up to you.
We're actually doing it together.
Oh, awesome. All right. I told it to open. Where are you?
Me and my presenter.
I can absolutely turn the computer around so you can use my key commands. Oh, and this is for you. When you're welcome to fill it up now or wait till later. Why isn't it open? Oh, because that is already playing. How do I stop that? Now let's come back to yours. It's opening. Okay, so arrow keys are there for you to use.
Okay.
I should be able to spin with no problem, but
Where's the presenter view? I don't use that.
oh, sorry.
Reminders underneath these.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Technology
And-
for you, right? Always something to tweak. Always at the moment where you just
I'm pretty much used to this though.
Yeah.
Every single time that I've ever done this,
I think the next one.
that was Facebook
Oh,
because I'm streaming live. So everyone who's watching, I'm embarrassing myself right now. Um,
I'm sure everyone has done it themselves.
I am
I was gonna say,
not remembering.
extended the desktop, that's where the presentation is.
This is screen 2
Right.
that it's
Okay.
using. So screen 1 would be where the presenter notes
Right.
should be.
Theoretically,
I
yeah.
saw-
You thought you saw them?
Yeah, I saw
In
the
practice, maybe
presenter
not
view.
so
when-
much.
when
Maybe
you
not.
say One more?
That's what you think you saw, right? But
Yeah.
that's Facebook. Like that's just showing that we're live.
Oh, okay.
All right, give me one extra second here to.
You know what? I can.
Oh, that would work.
Are you okay?
Scroll through it simultaneously.
That would work.
Good job thinking outside.
All right, we're almost back.
Or outside
Almost
the
ready.
sphere.
All right.
There we go. That should work.
Then you can help us with the slides.
Sure. Yeah, you just tell me. Hey, John.
Okay. All right, guys, good morning. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to present about Toodley. So let's go ahead and start. Toodley Company is an online platform to find fun, experiential learning near you, with a mission to bring friends and families together to collect memories and moments. You can think about us as Airbnb for education. We'll explain later why. But let me go ahead and start. Next slide. Just a team. My name is Leonard.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
My name is Leonard. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Toodley Company. A little bit about myself. I was the first immigrant to come to the US to study Bachelor of Science in Engineering from a small state in India called Manipur. I was the best boxer in high school. I teach boxing and cooking classes to Toodley in our local community.
I'm Julia. I am Leonard's wife, and I am the CCO, Chief Creative Officer, and co-founder of Toodley alongside Leonard. And I handle our marketing and communications while he handles more business development and strategy side. I'm also an author and entrepreneur. I've self-published 2 novels on Amazon.com, and I also started multiple businesses when I was younger, including handcrafted jewelry and chalk painted furniture. I currently teach crochet classes and chalk painted furniture classes on our platform. And I was also homeschooled all the way from K to 12. Absolutely loved the opportunity that afforded me.
So why are we here, right? Why is Toodley here? Problem is that we have very limited experiences for family and friends. You know, if you want to get it together with your family, what do you normally do? You go to the restaurant, out to eat, you watch a movie together, you probably go to the arcades or bowling, or probably take once a year vacation to the Disney, or probably on doing through all this you are on your phone, and that's very common. I have done it. I have seen my wife sometimes do it,
Yep.
or any one of my friends. There's a huge lack of meaningful, engaging, memorable activities to do together with your family and friends. And this empty entertainments that we have seen so far holds little value for families looking for connection, because you cannot really talk during movies. And restaurant, you're eating, eating, focusing on the food more than talking. So it's really hard to develop the relationships while having fun at the same time.
And so another problem we've noticed with the advent of virtual learning, next slide, sorry, is that, there you go, we're a little guy. So you can see students have been glued to a screen all day, and they're lacking human interaction these days. They're disengaged, they're disinterested, they're easily distracted, and they are bored. Not only students, but have you ever wanted to reply to an important email on your phone? You see a text message, you see a notification from Facebook, you click on a video of a cat, and 45 minutes later, you don't know what you were doing in the first place. So this is a big problem for everybody in our communities.
So saying that, what is the solution? So the solution is an online platform to find fun experiential learning near you. People find group classes hosted by locals in their communities to learn together while having fun, engaging experiences. And they build relationships by creating moments and memories to collect. And then the students or the locals share passion by empowering people, to share their skills. And then they're also making money while teaching a group of people. People can make anywhere from $50 to $300 for a class, for an experience that you share if you're passionate about anything like cooking, crochet, fishing, or any example that you guys have. So quick market validation, is that according to Euromonitor research, the bookings for tours, activities, attractions, and experiences in 2019 globally was $254 billion. And then, according to Allied Market Research, the in-person learning market is growing at a 10% CAGR, which means a compound annual growth rate of 10%, and it's projected to reach about 74.16 billion. Slide. So, who are our competitors during this?
Yeah, so this is my favorite slide for the whole thing. So we are actually experiential learning, between experiences and education. So you can see on the experiences side, there are some large companies that focus on, entertaining experiences like Groupon, Eventbrite, Meetup, Airbnb experiences. You get the idea there. And then you have the educational side, like the Y. You have OutSchool, which is an online virtual learning platform. But in the middle here, we have Toodley, which is first to market to bring education and experience together through experiential learning, hosting classes in their homes, their living rooms, their garage, their backyards, their local community locations like such as a public park, and they target the sweet spot in these two areas, bringing this together, bringing meaning to empty entertainment and bringing fun to learning.
So, what is our product? It's a very simple product, 3-click process. You go to our platform, you browse for experiences that you want. You choose the activity, such as how to grow orchids. You can do it together with families if you're interested. How to make Indian butter chicken class, right? Or how to party art with T-shirt painting, or how to make pasta from scratch. So it's really cool. Here's an example. Once you've selected, you go and pay for the class and talk with the host. Here's a chalk painting class that my wife does. And so it's very simple, straightforward. It's a marketplace where you can find it. So, overall, what I'm trying to focus on is the experiential learning, which creates memorable and engaging environments.
These are actual classes we've had on the Toodley platform. We've had boxing, we've had how to change a tire, which is an amazing life skill that we had parents and teens attending together for intergenerational learning. There's my crochet class over there. We've had painting classes. We have had cooking classes in someone's kitchen.
Yeah, so imagine all the students are all over the place. We believe learning never stops. We believe that fun never stops.
Yeah.
So why make fun and learning separate when you can have both together and enjoy in an intergenerational setting? Because we always think about oh, you are kids, oh, you are adults. No, we guys can come together and learn together and have fun together. That's our whole notion.
And then last.
So what are we asking? We're asking to follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You can share about Toodley with your family and friends. And if you have an experience that you want to experience, just suggest it to us so we can find it for you in our local community.
And then our social media handles are right here. You can find us on our social media platforms, and those are convenient email addresses to reach us with. Thank you.
That's great, guys. Not sure who I want to put the camera on now. Probably,
Right.
probably more of the audience. A little bit of both or something.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. So I did say the first question I would ask is, what can we as your community do for you? You did answer that. I'm going to go back to that slide for everybody to see. Anybody want to kick off with some comments, questions?
A couple of questions.
Yeah.
So the context is we're going to be launching a lot of like how to write
Yes.
fiction books and screenplays.
Yeah.
So the question would be, everything can be pre-recorded, and then one person can get on there and pay the cost to go through it. But you can also set it up to where it can be live, and you can also have like a community of writers that are watching it and interacting live. Or is it one strategy over the other?
So it's the first one where we are focusing on in-person classes or experience where you come together in someone's location, or the teacher goes to someone's location and teach it in person.
Yeah.
So far we have seen that people spend anywhere from 8 to 10 hours on their phone, on their screen. And so we are the first to come and say like, hey, you know what? We have a lot of companies out there who's doing it. So we want to balance that by saying like, we need to have this human interaction where we have been losing for the last few years because of COVID and also because of other stuff, and because the advance of technology, which is super, thank you guys for watching us.
Yeah.
To
great.
technology, but at the same time, like we talking back and forth here is very important, especially if you're able to do it, while you're having fun and learning something.
Exactly. And that's kind of what sets us apart from pre-recorded stuff like maybe a YouTube video. You can ask the YouTube video questions like, hey, does this look right? How does this sound? You
Yeah.
can't get feedback live like
Like
that.
I teach a boxing class in my backyard, and people say like the parents are like, man, I haven't seen my kid being so attentive and so focused, because they are, learning like what did they say, like 10% you remember with just visual, then you have 30% you use, when you listen, and then you have more like 30% or something. I might be just blowing up the numbers here, but that's what it is. Like if you do it and listen and say at the same time, then you are learning a lot more than versus if you don't watch it.
And
So,
you retain what you're remembering.
and you retain as well. Yeah.
So with the format, is it more like an event, right, where it's like, oh, here's an event that's happening on June 29th at 4 p.m. and people can just randomly people can just sign up? Or is it or is it something where it's almost like there's a list of things that you could actually do, and then if someone could actually say, hey, this is something I would want to do, and so they can kind of engage in creating an event,
Yeah.
and then also comes up an event, and they can bring all their friends, or it could also be open to the public as well.
Yeah.
The
So
second one.
the second one.
Yeah.
So it's the first one as well, because we are merging learning and experience together.
Right.
So Eventbrite is focusing on events of 20 people.
I
30
just
people,
meant like
whatever.
because it's pre decided time and date of that event.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So
It means everything.
yeah, evergreen. So let's say if I want to start a experience, right? I don't have a specific time that I would say like, okay, or I can say like specific time, but I am flexible. We are giving so much flexibility to our host that if the customer wants, hey, are you available Sunday lunch for Indian butter chicken class? Look at my schedule and say like, oh, how many people are coming? 4, great, come over.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
you
I'll-
could say like a
yeah.
day that you're available, like, okay, I teach these classes on Monday evenings at this time. Pick a Monday evening
Right,
and you
right.
can come.
Yeah.
Because one is going to be more for kind of like small intimate groups of your friends, the other
Yeah.
is going to be more open to the public.
Yeah.
And is the model based upon like it's just a flat cost? Like because if you're an instructor, are you getting paid flat cost? You're getting paid by how many people show up?
So compensation.
Yeah, how many people show up? So the business model works 10% transaction fee for both sides of customers and host. So if the host say has 4 students, he gets 90% of it, and then we get 10%. So it all depends on the host and how they market. If they say like, hey, minimum of 4, then you bring 3 other friends to go and do the things together.
The host gets to decide what they want to charge, where the location is, when it happens. It's totally customizable for what they want to do. So they can share their own passion and it fits in their schedule. It's
Yeah.
convenient for them. So like you only have to do one class,
Yeah.
1 hour
Yeah.
a week, and then you're adding quite a bit of income to your
Yeah, and also
lifestyle.
we have given the freedom for the host to have different tiers. If you want to do one-on-one, how much do you charge? If you want to do 4 people, how much do you want to charge? If you want to do 6 people or more, a public, if they want to do a whole 30 people group, you can do that too. In fact, there is I'm working with Boy Scouts. I think they want to do like boxing for 15 people. So I'm like, hey, I can give you a discount for 15 people. I come and teach you boxing. So
So
Yeah.
Jason wanted to do a class on how to create a website,
yeah.
and let's just say
Not
like,
too keen on that idea.
That's a very short class.
He's wanting like 100 people to come out.
No.
That's not your platform. So
I
you
got
can reserve space
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
this and open it up to the public to kind of
Yes.
try to, because your platform is going to have a greater reach
Yeah.
than his normal audience would be.
Yes.
Exactly.
So it can operate in both.
It can operate. Yeah, that's why
So-
we're saying, as much as you want, as little as you want. Yeah.
When did you launch this site? When was it officially launched?
November of last year. So we built the MVP ourselves. We have been marketing ourselves. We were fortunate enough to have some funds to quit our jobs and work full time on this. We've been working full time for the last 2 months.
Where do you guys live?
Union.
We live in-
Yeah.
I love the overall concept. I think you're absolutely right that learning happens better in person. I guess I'm struggling. I would never offer a class on how to build a Wix site, but I do like the idea
Yeah.
of running. It was, and I'm bouncing off it. I'm just saying, I like the idea of offering a how to build a website class
Yeah.
as a hook to get people in, right?
Yeah.
So I guess my biggest question, the one thing I want to be really clear on is it's an organizing platform so that people will come to an offline in-person event.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so I
So there's
understand
not an
that.
online component to the
So
class structure.
we have been pivoting a lot.
Okay.
And so we're going completely away from online and focusing on in person.
Right on.
I respect that. I really
me too.
do. I just was wondering, because like we have clients in California, like you
Right.
said before, right?
Yeah,
So
no,
like
exactly.
I would want them to have the option of tuning into this class.
Yeah.
So
So you
you
already
would-
have a lot more platforms with us already.
Right.
So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what
I
this-
just wanted to be clear. That's,
Yeah.
and that's
no, sure.
perfectly fine, and I respect it 100%. So the other question I had is really about marketing.
Yeah.
So you're responsible for marketing the platform,
Yes.
but as a teacher, I'd be responsible for marketing my own class.
So we work together.
Okay.
We do some and you do some, like it's a symbiotic relationship. here.
Okay.
So it's not like, you sit back and you're like, we do all of it,
Right.
we'd be happy if you told your friends about it, you told your community.
Yeah.
And then through your class, they might discover other things they want to do as well on the platform. So
yeah, but for the beginning, most of the classes we try to do like I'm working and collaborating with different principals in the community, different youth groups, different senior homes, So because our students are youth, the whole community is our students because our customers, because people can learn anything together. If you're a family, hey, do you want to learn metal spinning today? You can find metal spinning on our platform, in Peachtree City. So, so you can do that, and so it's very. What I'm trying to say is very community focused
Yes.
and trying to. And again, it's hard to grow as a community because it's very localized, but at the same time, it's a problem that we need to solve, and it's becoming more and more required as the technology and the world is going, in the direction right now. So.
but we're thinking this is part of a new wave of people who are like, okay, everything's online. I just want to do something in person. I want to go do something. I want to see something and touch it with my hands. So,
I feel like I don't want this conversation to go off the rails here, but if I mention the metaverse, we could be here for weeks talking, years
Exactly.
talking, because nobody knows anything, right? But everything is going towards this avatar online virtual world, and I have a problem with it at my core. Like I'm trying to figure out how to be involved, and at the same time I want nothing to do with it
Yeah.
because I love being in person, hence these events, right?
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, it's I love that you're doing this. I wish you guys the best success. I love that you're local, and I hope that you come back to be a part of our 1 Million Cups community to help support other entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Sure.
But you're not done. We started a few minutes late. You still have a few more minutes. I definitely want other people to ask questions.
Yeah, definitely.
I know you guys walked in a little bit late, but did you get the gist of what this is?
Okay.
Quick synopsis,
Yeah. So a recap.
like
So-
the elevator pitch, as they say. like
Yeah,
the-
Yeah, so Toodley is an online platform where you can find fun experiential learning in the local community. So if you want to find a class on cooking, want to find a class on swimming, if you want to find a class on fishing, crochet, chalk painting, metal
I wish
spinning,
Kay was
jewelry
here
making,
for her gardening. like-
you can
Gardening.
find it, gardening, you can find it in our platform. Our vision is to bring friends and families together to collect memories and moments.
It's kind of like Airbnb, but for education.
There you go.
So I know a lot of people looking for things to do with their kids.
Yes.
Yes.
This is perfect for-
Yes,
Mhm.
so we are saying that our customers are from K to 12 all the way up to senior citizens because learning never stops and having fun never stops. So we are a bridge between experiences and learning together. That's why we call experiential learning.
And I love what you said with your kids. Exactly. Like
Yes.
you want to do it as a family together, the options are a little bit limited. You have movies, you have restaurants, you have bowling, what else are
What
there
else
to
gonna
go
do?
do? What about a Toodley class?
But then they
Yeah.
also do like boxing classes. in the
Website, but we
backyard.
also have an app for
Maybe
developers.
your kids just want to do that with other kids, so.
Okay.
Russell. You had your hand up.
Honestly, I had the question in my head.
Oh.
Uh-oh. It'll float back.
Oh, here it is. So the
There you go.
creators of the courses,
Yeah.
do they pay a subscription to be a part of the platform, or is it more like a commission based?
It's premium, yeah. Everyone is welcome to come, for free. Everyone is welcome to come and check out the classes for free. We will probably increase our, transaction fee in the future, but for right now, we're putting in at 10%. Looking at our, OP and figuring out if we can sustain with 10%, we will keep it at 10%. But
We want to make it really easy to try out right now, and as
yeah,
it grows.
most platforms, if you look at marketplaces, they charge anywhere from 20 to 30% right now. So
Wow.
it's very expensive. So a lot of people, I think they'll be our catch for right now as we are doing it. We have Airbnb made $176 million in experience and learn, like not experience and learning, but
Just
experiences.
experience.
It's
Last
funny,
year.
I've actually never used that platform to do
Right?
Right.
Because
anything
people
like
think
that.
about
I know it's there,
Airbnb.
but I've never used it.
Yeah.
Because people think about Airbnb and they think about staying.
Place to
Yeah,
stay.
like maybe if they go somewhere else to try it out, but
But-
not in their local community.
Definitely not. But even when I go other places, I get the house
Yeah.
and I never really think about using Airbnb to do
add-ons.
anything
Yeah,
else.
because it's
Maybe
it's
I'm
an
unique
add-on.
that way. I don't know.
It's not the real.
For
It's
them,
not the
it's just a
focus.
side piece of
Yeah.
what they do.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
So it's like Microsoft trying to do like Amazon stuff. Like,
Right.
You can do it, but it's like not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But according to the Euronometer, we are looking at 2054 right now. It's going to go up to $1 trillion in about 10 years from now. So it's this whole industry is booming like crazy. With the after the COVID, people are tired of that and like, okay, let's
It's a very fertile
Fine.
space to
Yeah.
start
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What's great. Anybody else have any questions or anything that go?
yeah.
If you say I come to one of your boxing classes.
Yeah.
I find one.
Yeah.
And come to class, enjoy it, strike up a conversation, and enjoy your relationship.
Yeah.
But then on the future classes, how do you keep the foot with the people?
I was
So a lot of us go to the
That's
rather
a
than
great
the space.
question.
Yeah, so we have something called Toodley 10. It's a reward referral program where you as a host, if you do 10 classes, and on top of that, if you ask 10 friends of yours to do 10 classes each, then you get $1,000 from us. Yeah, so host is like, oh, I want to get $1,000.
Yeah, I want my classes to count
So
towards
they
that
want to
prize.
continue the classes because 1,000 is not a small number, At the same time, people don't think about the work you have to do as well. But yeah, like you're earning 90%, and even if you go with the other person and do it, you might not be able to find people again, so you have to come back anyways. So
It's really about the reach though, because I mean, the thing is, if you have a lot of people on your platform and you're making recommendations, if here's an event that's happening near you.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a workshop over at Eventbrite, and I lost some money because of it on Eventbrite, but I actually got people who found me on Eventbrite, and they would never have come for that platform.
Yeah.
So it's just like it opens up a whole new audience.
Yeah. So there's a risk factor to it, but there's always a reward if there's a risk. So yeah.
I mean, that's like I subscribe to Massage Envy.
Okay.
I have whatever I pay every month to go get the massage, but the massage therapist that I really like left Massage Envy.
Oh,
and of
no.
course I just followed her where she
Yeah.
went. Right. I mean, Massage Envy is they're not crying. I mean, they're upset about it, I'm
Yeah.
sure, because
Yeah.
they lost the customer, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it's a bigger ecosystem. And
Yeah.
Right.
you know,
It's
you
a
just-
sharing economy, as with the advent of Airbnb, more and more people Uber, DoorDash, and all this.
right.
stuff,
Even Uber. I know my
Yeah.
parents have like an Uber driver that they like to call. They don't
There you
even, everything goes through the app because I guess it has to, but like they
Yeah.
know who they want to be their driver.
Yeah.
Never even thought that was possible, but they
Yeah.
figured it out. Right.
Yeah.
The good thing about like marketplace and sharing economy is that you have freedom to opt in, opt out. If you have some countries do like a transition period where they will like lock you in for a year or so, and you get really upset and you never come back to the platform. It's better for you to give freedom to people and they wanting to come themselves instead of us trying to say like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta be here.
Right.
Exactly. You're never
it's
gonna
not
be able to keep a tight hold on people, but if you offer enough incentives for them to stay, they will.
Yeah. So it's all about, the market telling you if you're doing a good job with your product and the services you're providing to them. So you just have to, I think it'll be better for the country and the world in general if the market takes what's going on.
Well, that was really great, guys. Thank you
Thank you
for
guys.
coming
Having
today.
us. Not to trip on your board.
Thanks. Right. John, you are up next. I'm finding my cursor and I will cue up your presentation.
Sounds good. As soon as I see my title slide, I'll do it. So.
V2, that was you, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Because V1 was so unsuccessful. That's me. All right, cool.
Everything's better the second time.
Absolutely. It's always better the second time.
All right. And I will, you've got the,
Oh, cool.
you've got the controls with the,
Cool. So just,
the
I
arrows.
just bounce it.
Just use the arrow.
Fabulous. So, cool. So good morning.
Good morning.
All right, I got response. It's like people are interested. So my name's John Clunan and I own a company called Audacity Marketing. And I am here to tell a little story about how we got here because stories matter. And because my stock in trade is stories of other companies mainly. So a little timeline here. So April the 10th, 2020, we all know that roughly that's about when the whole COVID pandemic started. That was a Friday. I got a phone call. I've been working as a consultant to a Fortune 1000 company. They had launched a software product that had fallen on its face and had asked me to come in and turn it around. I'd been there for about a year and a half. And Friday, high noon, I get a phone call from this guy named George, and George says, "Hey, we're done," which was a little bit surprising. I thought we might have a little more time, like, we might be sunsetting this thing for a couple of weeks. He says, "No, we're done like now." He says, "You can bill through the rest of the day, but your job is over." So I'd been doing this for a year and a half and it was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? About 40 days later, on May the 19th, 2020, I turned 50, which was a moment of pause for me. Like, okay, what do I want to do? I mean, I'm 50 years old, I'm unemployed, and now what? But I had been, I was a consultant, so I was making mad bank. And so I had the luxury of time. I kind of sat on this thought process for a little while. August the 31st of 2020, I jumped on my motorcycle, I threw a tent on the back, and I rode back roads all the way to Maine, where my family is from. I visited my folks for a couple of days, and then I rode back. I returned on September the 7th, 2020, and September 20th, 2020, Audacity Marketing was formed. I filed the LLC that day. So why'd I do it? Well, one, because over that 4-month period, the more I thought about getting a job, the more I didn't want to do it. So I decided I wanted to create the company that I always wanted to work for. Well, so what does that mean? Well, there's a few things that go with it. One is we're diverse, because diversity is not just the right thing to do. It also results in better creativity and higher productivity. That's not what I think. There's data around it. So that's one piece. We are innovative and creative. There are no such thing as cookie cutter solutions at Audacity. I wanted to create the space for people to be them authentic selves at work. What does that look like? Well, this is what I show up look like for client meetings because I hate to get dressed up. But I want people to come and be themselves, no matter what that self looks like. We treat people like human beings. Best example of that is my graphic designer called me up the other day and he says, "Hey, John, I got to leave in the middle of the day for like 3 hours. I got to take my son to a doctor's appointment." I'm like, "Teddy, I don't care." It's not that I don't care about his kid. What I don't care about is him taking time out for himself in the middle of the day as long as he gets his job. Just don't care. You're on an objective. We're also 100% transparent. If Jason worked for me, he would know how much money I brought home last month out of the company. He would also know our total revenue for that month, how much of that is profit. If Amanda here also worked for us, you know how much Jason makes. And if you both do the same job, you both get paid the same. So we're 100% transparent, we pay fair. You need diversity, I think that's most of it. So that was a lot of, what I wanted to bring to the table, is to create this organization where we did things right and we treated people like people. So what problem do we solve? This was easy. Marketing is really hard, and marketing strategy is really hard, and marketing execution requires time and resources that a lot of companies don't have. So we bring that to the table. So what does that look like? Well, it results in a series of solutions, right? We do strategic consulting. You want us to come in and say, this is why your marketing sucks? We'll do that. And we'll make recommendations as to make it not suck. We do branding and rebranding. I've personally been involved in the branding or rebranding of more than 50 companies in my career. I love doing that stuff. It's a blast. We do a pile of content marketing. We do event marketing. So if you're having an event, you need it promoted, call us. We do digital marketing. We do web design and development. We do social media marketing and management, which was one of the biggest mistakes of my career. Social media management. Social media management is hard for other companies. It's very, very time consuming and resource consuming, and it's not terribly profitable. So that's what we bring to the table. And who do we do that for? About 20% of our revenue is derived from projects. Small business comes to us and says, build us a website, promote our event, do a single campaign in this channel. So that's about 20% of total revenue. 80% of our revenue comes from larger customers who sign a year-long contract for us to come in, build a year-long strategy, and execute on that strategy for a flat retainer per month. Those companies are between generally 20 and 80 million. And have either one marketing person or zero. So we've become the de facto marketing department for that group. I preempted you. This is what I want help with.
That's good.
So these are the challenges that we are seeing. And the first two are kind of related. We are growing at, for a company that is, going to see its second birthday in September. We're growing at a fairly remarkable rate. Current forecast is 325% year on year from last year. Managing that growth while maintaining client service has been a challenge. And also it also ties into cash flow, because as we grow, we need more people. We are now up to a team of 9, mix of W-2s and subs. And maintaining cash flow over time, because of course, with these flat rate retainer deals, there's usually some front money that we have to spend that, at least 30 days before we see a dime. Our commitment to diversity has been a challenge. We've maintained it, which is good, but we're based in Marietta, right near Cherokee County. So most of our team is in Cherokee County. Cherokee County in the last census, 87% of the people there are identified as white. So we've had to be very intentional in both how and where we hire people. But it's important to me that we maintain that over time for the reasons I mentioned prior. There is also a cost to treating people like adults and letting them be authentic, and actually other things that go with that, like I'm trying to provide benefits. We're trying to make sure that the employment experience at Audacity is as positive as possible. It seems to be working. We have 100% voluntary retention. So I can't, we're doing something right. But that comes at a cost, right? And that goes back to cash flow, right? Because we pay people fairly, right? Nobody makes lousy money at Audacity. But also, it also limits our clients somewhat. Like, we'll never get UPS. Well, because I don't know if anybody of you have ever worked with UPS, but if you walk into their offices dressed like this, they'll throw you out. You have to be in a suit, and preferably a brown one. So these are the things that we're struggling to manage. So with that, I guess you can open questions.
Sure.
Fabulous. Oh, thank you. Sure.
So as a small business, I am in market for looking for a digital marketing firm.
Yeah.
What my sister and I went into is the thing you said earlier about your 20% of your 20% of your revenue is small business.
Yep.
80% is large.
Yep.
And what I'm learning when you're shopping around for a good marketing, branding, website stuff, person, is you don't want as a small business to be kind of crunched by you guys' power that you put behind large businesses. So how does that help me as a small business knowing that you guys are running? We have a smaller budget, much smaller than an $80 million company.
Sure.
But how do we know you're gonna work this hard? What do we get or what do we not get? Knowing we like transparency.
Sure.
What do we get and what do we not get? Come get.
You know, honestly, you don't get like, you sign up, like say you need a website or you need a digital marketing program of some kind. What do you get? You get everything that we do.
Okay.
Because this company, and part of it is a little ego, right? Because my face is on the front of this thing. And we get a lot of referral business. And if we don't deliver well for that small business, they're going to tell every small business owner in the community. And then we're not going to have, we're like, all of a sudden that 20% of revenue is going to go away. You know, now with that said, of course, there are limitations that come with budget, right? You know, like the $80 million company that comes to me that says, hey, like for a project, right? They need an e-commerce website that does these 10 things. They want marketing automation, which we resell. They want these 5 digital marketing packages, and they're going to spend, $200,000 with us. Obviously, they're going to get something else than your $5,000 5-page website,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. But you're going to get the best $5,000 5-page website we can build as a small company.
Okay.
So,
Would you guys be hands-on? Like,
oh my God, are we hands-on?
okay.
Every client in our space, if you sign up with us, if you were to sign up with us for a project, you get, every week you get a touch base meeting. You get, if you're on for more than a month, if your project takes more than a month, you get a monthly report, a written report. And if you're on for more than a quarter, we do a full review of your project, a quarterly business review. So, and we do that with both project and retainer deals. Sorry, brain function. So, yes. Okay.
So can you say a company that's making zero sales to selling?
Yeah.
Like, what's your guarantee on
I don't guarantee anything.
that? Okay.
Marketing is not, and here's why. Because if you look at the continuum from like the top of the funnel through sale, my job stops a little before that. I can bring you the leads. I can get you to the place where there's a highly qualified lead who wants to buy your stuff. But if you can't close the deal, that's not my problem. Or actually, it is my problem because I feel for you, but I can't help you with it. I'm not a sales consultant. If you need a sales consultant, I know one, and I would happily refer you. But, other questions? Yeah. Julie.
Quick comment on the pitch.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about who you are
Yes.
and why you are.
Yes.
But I didn't hear a whole lot at the beginning about like what you do. I heard marketing, great,
Yes.
but like how do you market differently than all the other marketing agencies? No.
I love that question, actually, because somebody just asked me, I was literally pitching this to a law firm yesterday. So first thing is, part of it is the high touch thing, right? Is we are very high touch with our clients. We are also very passionate about growth, and not our growth, your growth. But the diversity brings better creativity. So we are more creative in general. The other thing is that we're a little different, there's about a bazillion digital only agencies out there. I mean, everybody and their brother is a digital marketer. We are integrated across the spectrum. I've been in marketing since 1997. I have an MBA in marketing. I was a marketing professor at Shorter University. And I have the luxury of having hired well. I have a really, really talented team. I can't say enough about them, to be honest with you. Like, our success has almost nothing to do with me and a lot to do with them. But the big thing for me is that we are highly integrated across the spectrum, so we can do both traditional and digital. And my background is as a strategist.
Yeah, so I would put a little bit of that in the
Yeah.
beginning of your pitch.
Well, so because this isn't my standard pitch, you know,
Right.
so this is my 1 million cups
Yeah.
presentation.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I try not to pitch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Looking for to hire, what are the prereqs that they have to have? Because I have some.
fabulous. What do they do?
Well, right now, they actually work, they're not.
Yeah.
They do a little bit of coding, a
Yeah.
little bit of IT, but they also do, for a huge wedding event planning
Yeah.
company. And she is looking to transition into something far more creative. She
Okay.
does coding, she loves the marketing, she does all of their packages, the way the presentation.
Okay.
the invitation,
So-
the digital artwork.
So awesome. So right now, I don't have an existing need. However, give her my email address and have her send me a resume, because I am always pipelining talent. Because part of the thing about growth is we are growing so fast that I'm 9 people today, I could be 22 by the end of the year. I doubt it'll be 22, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like, we're always have a need, and it may initially be an independent contractor type deal, like where we need, we use her for a particular project. I actually prefer to start with that. Like my W-2, every one of my W-2s have started as independent contractors, because I kind of like that try before you buy method, you know? So, and we've ended up with a really talented team. So,
And one last question. I swear.
oh, by all means. No, I love this. This is great stuff.
I ask this with everyone we come back on to. Where are your prices?
Where are they?
What is the scale for large business, small business? Because I do have other businesses that.
Sure. The very short answer to that is they're all over the freaking map. And it's according to the need, right? Like, so let me give you 2 examples. So we have recently pitched a franchise consulting company where we're delivering a website that does lead gen. We're doing the whole lead gen cycle from soup to nuts. They're buying marketing automation from us. They're buying call tracking from us. Pretty much almost literally everything we do, right? We're blogging for them. We're going to do their social media management. And they're paying us $10,000 a month. So there's that side. And then there's, we're doing a website for a nonprofit in Chicago, a hospital foundation there. It's an 8-page website, and it's $4,000. So we, because we are highly customized, like, I can meet a lot of budgets, now granted, we had a pavement sealing company that came to us that, who was trying to get local SEO, and for $500 a month, and I told them that we were probably not their customer. We were probably not their company. So there's obviously limitations to that, but realistically, like, we meet a lot of price points as long as they're not unreasonable. So good stuff. So thank you.
I personally don't have a lot to ask. I feel like you're only a couple years older than me, but I feel like you're like a glimpse into my future. Like, we have parallel,
Yeah.
identical companies.
Yeah.
And I have a few more services that I would put on my list, but
Yeah.
you've already mentioned that you do them too, like email marketing and
Yeah.
SEO. So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we've been in business 20 years. We do everything that you do.
Okay.
Same types of clients. We are just as scalable. Like, I literally can't think of a question to ask
Do you want to
because-
merge?
Sorry.
Do you want to merge, or do you want to get bought? Your call.
I mean,
I'm kidding, obviously.
I'm not for sale, but I've been interested in acquiring other companies.
Oh, there you go.
We can talk from that.
I'm not
But,
averse to that. So, by the way, because that might be an interesting point, is that this is a 10-year plan for me. Is I'm growing it, I'm selling it, and I'm retiring.
Yeah.
That's it. So we are going to, part of the reason I talk about managing growth is because we did, like I said, we're on track for 300% this year. And I want to do that again next year. And I might even want to do it again the year after, according to how we did. So I want to maintain this high growth model over time in order to have a saleable entity in 10 years. Because in 10 years, I'll be 62 and then I'll just want to go race. So I race motorcycles. for fun, So here you go.
I
10 years.
have different plans. I mean, mine is more of a legacy. I'm not
Yeah.
looking to get out. I
Yeah.
don't ever want to not do what I do. And I love my team so much that I would love for them to be in more of a leadership
Right.
role.
Well, it's interesting you say that because one of the things we are literally offering this coming month is an equity program. So, I'm going to maintain, I own 49% of the company. My girlfriend owns 2%. There's 49% available for the team to buy it. So while I talk about sale,
Mhm.
what I would love to,
A buyout.
what I would love to do is have them buy me out and own, and for Audacity to continue ad nauseum or ad infinitum, owned by the team. That would be the optimal result, right? Is that like you guys, like we've built this for you. We've built a great company together. Now it's yours. All you need to do is give me some money so I can go away. Right. So
Where do you live?
I live in Marietta. Yeah, right. I'm about half a mile south of Cherokee. So it was a long drive here. But it was really worthwhile. So
Well, thanks for coming down.
no, thank you
Appreciate
for
that.
having me. I appreciate it. So it's great fun.
Awesome. Well, just as a closer, I'll just remind everybody that we are meeting weekly here now, 9 to 10. For those who didn't hear, our website's at 8, so I had to update that on my drive-in. So I was like, oh no. Then I walked in the door and they were like, you have people upstairs already. I was like, wow. Now I understand why. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys all coming out. This is definitely a great crowd and I hope to grow from here. I hope they force us into a bigger room next time or in the future. We have some future presenters here, maybe. I hope that you've gotten a taste of what the experience is like and you will go to the 1 Million Cups website and sign up as a presenter. Choose Atlanta South as where you'd like to present. That's where you are right now, and I'd love to have you. Thank you, guys. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Yeah, 1 sec. Let me end the live if I can figure out where I am right now.
No, that's awesome. Thank you.
All right.
It's just in the